A sheriff called the police for backup after Burger King got his order wrong. A new mayor takes office in Mexico after his predecessor is beheaded. And 18 people were treated for severe nausea after watching an opera featuring naked nuns, live sex, and blood. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast in the galaxy. Come on, I'm going to take you on a journey through weird. A sheriff called deputies for help after Burger King got his order wrong. Has this idiot ever even ordered from Burger King before? I'd be suspicious if they didn't mess up my order. I mean, they say have it your way, but at the end of the day, it's pretty hard to have it your way over there, and they're minimum wage employees, so I just, I don't complain. I work it out. This guy, though, he's like, I want it my way or you're all going to jail. Imagine if they messed up his donut order, what would have happened? Guns blazing over there. We got some pretty hard evidence of this sheriff getting upset at a Burger King. Body camera video showing the deputies actually helping this Cobb County sheriff with a mistaken fast food order. This took place in Georgia. The video shows the deputies responding to the Burger King, and the deputies approach this sheriff named Craig Owens in his truck parked in the parking lot. He tells the deputies, hey, do me a favor. All I need is the owner name of whoever owns this damn facility or the manager. The sheriff continues to say, I ordered a Whopper, no mayo, cut in half, right? I don't need no damn money back no more. I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do an official complaint. I ordered a Whopper, no mayo, cut in half. Who orders a Whopper cut in half, first of all? What are you, a child? What is this? This is a children's order, right? Could I have the sandwich cut up in little bitty pieces, please? And if you don't, you're going to jail. Oh, this guy wasting community resources because he's in a bad mood. What a diva. What an entitled POS. Calling all cars. Minimum wage workers are resisting my feeding time. Good move, buddy. Now, each time any of you roll up to this Burger King, you know what they're going to do to your food, right? They're going to rub the Whopper all over their Whopper and probably spit in it every time. Good job, buddy. Now, the article goes on to say that the employees at the Burger King were so afraid that they locked the doors. They said the employees are in fear because angry customers have attacked them in the past. Yeah, I mean, do you not know what's going on in fast food restaurants these days? If you're a police officer, you should surely know because you no doubt have had to respond to such incidents. They're happening every week, it seems. So these poor employees making how much an hour in Georgia? They got to go lock the doors and hide behind counters because they're afraid the cop's going to do something. I know some of you living in other countries out there, you're wondering, do the police in America really kill the citizens for no reason? Yes, they do sometimes. And all I have to say is I believe the sheriff is an elected position, so good luck winning the next one, buddy. I don't think anyone's going to be voting for Sheriff Karen. Great way to waste the community's resources as well. I mean, can I do that? I mean, any of us would get in pretty big trouble if we had 3 squad cars come to a Starbucks because they put too much ice in our cold brew. I ordered light ice, so I called 911. I would get in trouble for false use of 911. But this guy, nah. A new mayor takes office in Mexico after his predecessor was beheaded. This story is out of Chilpancingo. Chilpancingo. Chimchimery. It's a place in Mexico. A new mayor was sworn in a city in southern Mexico where his predecessor was killed and beheaded less than a week after taking office. Oh boy. This guy's probably delusional, or maybe he's just hooked in with the cartel. You know what I mean? You can't really take political office in Mexico unless the cartel gives you the thumb up. Otherwise, you're going to be missing a head. And who am I to jump to conclusions? Maybe this new mayor doesn't even have a head. So I don't know. We have to keep reading and find out. That would be a nice trick to play on the cartel. Ha! You can't behead this mayor because this mayor doesn't have a head. The new mayor's name is Gustavo Alarcon. I think I said that pretty well. Gustavo Alarcon. He's a doctor. He had been elected as an alternate on the same ticket as the deceased mayor Alejandro Arcos. Arcos took office October 1st in the violence-racked city of Chimchimaru, the capital of the southern state of Guerrero. But his beheaded body was found in a pickup truck on Sunday. Oh boy. His head had been placed on the vehicle's roof. That sort of sends a message that we don't like the party. The two rival drug gangs are fighting to control this city. Who wants to be a mayor of a city where two rival drug gangs are fighting to control the city? And then imagine believing that you can fix it. I mean, I suggest a different career path for people down there. And by different career path, I mean move away. Get away. Get as far away as you can from rival drug gangs that control your city. It says Alarcon took the oath of office with a minimal security detail of a handful of police officers. He pledged to work for the good of all. Shh, don't say that. You can't say that as the mayor of Mexico. He said he was going to fight the violence that has gripped the city for years. Shh, dude. Less talking, okay? The drug cartel are listening. It does say before the previous guy, Arcos, was killed, he told the local media that he needed more protection, but officials said no formal requests had been received for more protection. State and federal governments can offer mayors bulletproof vests, additional bodyguards, and emergency alert systems. It was not clear if Alarcon had been granted that kind of protection. Here you go, buddy. Here, this is a life alert. You put that around your head. We hope that your head stays on, because if your head stays on, then the life alert will stay on as well. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. This is very sad, though. What's going on down there? I know during the election season, there were I don't know how many mayors were assassinated, mayoral candidates leading up to the elections that were assassinated. 40 or something. It was just out of control. Why would you ever throw your hat in the ring of any political office in Mexico during the current drug climate is beyond me. Now, it also says this city, Chambachinga, it's got 300,000 residents. It's dominated by two warring drug gangs, the Ardillos and the Tlacos. One staged a demonstration of hundreds of people, hijacked a government armored car, blocked a major highway, and took police hostage in 2023. It doesn't even say what the other gang has been up to. Probably it's too bad to even print. There's a photo of the new mayor here, and he looks confident, I have to say. He's got a foolish confidence. He's raising his arm in a Nazi salute, though. Is that normal down in Mexico to do that? I thought that raised arm tactic was canceled. Maybe this is a way to intimidate his enemies. I mean, he's going to need all the intimidation tactics he can get. And by the way, dude, I wouldn't be going out in public without that bulletproof vest. Get that bulletproof vest on, buddy. And go mayor. Good luck.
Let's rock.
18 people were treated for severe nausea during a live opera show. We have 18 theatergoers at Stuttgart's State Opera that required medical treatment for severe nausea over the weekend after watching a live performance that included live piercings, unsimulated sexual intercourse, and copious amounts of fake and real blood. Well, this just sounds like a normal Thursday at a Florida Waffle House. I don't see the big deal. Here was a quote from somebody who's a spokesperson for the opera named Sebastian. With a name like Sebastian, you must be a spokesperson of an opera. And he probably talks like this. On Saturday we had 8, and on Sunday we had 10 people who had to be looked at by our visitor services. A doctor had been called in for treatment, he added. What kind of show is this? Let's get into this. I want to know. It's called Holsinger 38. Holsinger 38 is known for freewheeling performances that blur the line between dance theater and vaudeville. The all-female cast typically performs partially or fully naked, and previous shows have included live sword-swallowing, tattooing, masturbation, and action paintings using blood and fresh feces. What? That's awful. Sounds totally gross. Where is this again? Asking for a friend. Ordinarily, I don't go to the opera, but this opera features puking audience members. I'm all in. All right, now, this particular opera is called Sancta. So the opera company is called Holsinger. They're producing this thing called Sancta. It's their first opera, and it is based on Paul Hindemith's 1920s expressionist opera called Sancta Susanna, which has its own history of controversy. The original opera tells the story of a young man who, aroused by a tale told by one of the nunnery's older women, steps onto the altar naked and rips the loincloth from Christ's torso. An encounter with a large spider leads her to repent her action and beg the other nuns to wall her up alive. It was originally meant to premiere at Stuttgart's State Opera in 1921, but was not put on stage until 1922 after protests against its sacrilegious content. So already the piece comes loaded with sacrilegious content, but it is 2024, so 100 years later, it's not uncommon to see this sort of thing. Maybe not to this degree. This sounds like it might be extreme. Let's keep reading and find out some more details. Now, this particular updated version, modern version of the opera that has since unsettled certain audience members to the point where they had to be treated medically for nausea. They have supplanted the original musical performance with naked nuns roller skating on a movable half-pipe at the center of the stage, a wall of crucified naked bodies, and a lesbian priest saying Mass. There is a lot of simulated lesbian sex. There is a lot of play with blood and excrement and live piercings during the performance as well. So it's pretty much your basic P. Diddy party, I would say. Now, the artist behind this says that her opera is less designed to mock the church than explore parallels between the conservative institution on the one hand and kink communities and BDSM cultures on the other. Visitors that will attend the show are alerted in advance to a long list of warnings for potential triggers during the performance, including incense, loud noises, explicit sexual acts, and sexual violence. They say, we recommend that all audience members, once again, very carefully read the warnings so they know what to expect. The article goes on to describe one particularly unforgettable moment during the performance, when an actress with dwarfism dressed as the Pope is being spun around by a robotic arm, while another features an actress belting out Eminem tracks while dressed as Jesus. There are live piercings, crucifix swallowing acts, unsimulated sex scenes, and a sprinkle of spanking among nuns thrown in for good measure. And despite reports of more than a dozen attendees falling ill, all 5 shows that are remaining at the Stuttgart State Opera have completely sold out. Wow. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to go see something crazy like this? I mean, a lot of people wouldn't, but a lot of people would, you know? Stuff like this. I mean, people can't help themselves. People love horror, love to be scared, man. There's a reason why the most popular podcasts the last 10 years have been true crime podcasts. People can't get enough of this stuff. And look at the amount of tickets these Halloween haunted mazes will sell this year. They've upped the price a lot, and people are still buying and going. And they're getting crazier and crazier and more gory, and people can't get enough. People can't get enough of this stuff. I'm wondering, though, as an actor in one of these, how do you get pierced over and over and over again, like several nights in a row for the show? I'm assuming it's real piercing. It doesn't say simulated piercing. It says actual piercing. That's kind of wild. And, you know, of course, I feel really bad for the cleanup crew above and beyond anything else. I don't know what they're paying them, but they should pay them double. My question for the listeners is this real art or just some sort of shock value exhibitionism, in your opinion? What do you think about that? Also, I recommend watching the trailer I will post a link to it. It looks pretty cool. The trailer looks pretty cool. Anyways, reach out to me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Phone number 646-450-2012. Hello, my dear friends, my loyal listeners of the Weird AF News podcast. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. I'll keep this outro short. I'm recording from Texas still. Having a great time. A little hot over here, but I'm alive. I've been able to find a closet to record in, so I'm hoping the quality's as good as usual. So shout-outs are in order, starting with Chris Pilla. I want to give some love to Chris Pilla, who just joined the Patreon. Chris Pilla joined the Patreon. So Chris Pilla showing some ultimate Weird AF News support right here by joining the Patreon. Super cool. Please enjoy the extra content in the Patreon, Chris. I've been putting a lot in there lately because it's my favorite month of the year. Halloween upcoming. I've been posting trailers to the very good horror movies that I've been watching this month that I highly recommend. So check that out. And of course, you can follow along the Weird AF News Patreon Fantasy Football League that's going. Jonesy took the L over the weekend, but I'm still in the top 2/3 of the league. I'm confident. I'm feeling confident. Just run into a little string of bad luck. That happens in fantasy football. Some bad luck can have. Got some injuries, the kind of thing. Got bye weeks, that was what I was suffering from. Also, I thought I would get cute and start Dak Prescott. Stupid move. Yeah, these I have to live with that though. I own it. I'm owning it. I'm living with it. Anyways, big shout out to Chris. If you guys want to support the show and join the Patreon, it's pretty easy. Go to weirdafnews.com. You can click on the Patreon banner right there, or you can click on Buy Me a Coffee, which you could buy Jonesy a coffee. I'll probably spend it on beer because I am in Texas right now, and it's hot, and I need a nice cold beer. I for sure need a nice cold beer. Anyways, I appreciate everybody. Be good to yourself, and good luck with your life, man.